Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan. As this year comes to an end, I kind of wanted to do a year in review because this was a really special year for me. Because not only did I return to the game that I love, I started a YouTube channel about it. That is kind of going pretty well. I just wanted to tell you the story of me returning to Magic, how I did competitively this year, and just basically my Magic story for the year. Partially for myself to recap, what I've done, and partially because this is a Spikes YouTube channel. I think it's important to listen to other people's successes. Sure, you can get that from Twitter, but also failures. The story started over the summer. I don't really remember when over the summer. It's definitely July or August. And my Magic friend turned bandmate, which, by the way, EP coming out soon, was working really hard to get me to come back to Magic. Once upon a time, I had spiked to PTQ, been on the Pro Tour, was really, really competitive and into it, as a Magic Online grinder and all of that. And they finally broke me. I finally decided to say yes. And I made a deal with them that they would provide the cardboard if I provided gas money when we went to tournaments. Awesome deal, right? It means I don't have to reinvest immediately, especially since rental services like Mana Traders exist on Magic Online. So I invested in Man Traders. I started going to tournaments with my friend, and I was immediately re-engrossed back into Magic. And I noticed something change about myself. I wouldn't have called myself depressed before I returned to Magic, but I was really sad and disappointed with sort of how my life was going. And I realized over time that Magic is like the thing that I am excellent at, that I can put my time into and feel good about, and is an amazing competitive outlet. And so I started to feel more fulfilled and less sad and more focused. And so I wanted to dive even deeper. I mean, one other major thing is I also began reuniting with friends that I hadn't seen since I stopped playing Magic 3 or 4 years prior. And it was like I never left. And I love that. About a month into, I guess, grinding again, I top 8'd a Pioneer Challenge with Mono Green, which was really exciting. It was really fulfilling and made me feel like I was still good at Magic again. But most of my focus wasn't necessarily towards playing competitively online. Most of my focus was towards finding a deck in every format that I was not only comfortable with and knew how to play, but I was confident with. So I jammed a lot of leagues, the occasional tournament on the weekends, but I was mostly focusing my competitive energies towards paper Magic while working very hard on Magic Online to try to get back to a point of like where I was before, which I have sort of done in every format. Right now, as we speak in Standard, my primary deck is the Grixis deck. Secondary deck is the Izzet Ramp deck. In Pioneer, I'm very confident with the Enigmatic Incarnation deck, with the secondary deck being Red-Black Midrange. In Modern, I know I want to play Creativity, but I am still not sold on what variant of Creativity I want to play. I really like Bitter Creativity, but I'm seeing all these 5-color Creativities do well, so I've been experimenting with that. In Legacy, the Initiative deck is great. When that goes away, I would love to be playing the 4-color deck, the 4-color control deck again, with my backup being Reanimator. And what I mean by when that goes away, I mean it's going to catch a ban. And in Vintage, I'm trying to decide right now between Bazaar Aggro and Initiative as well. In Pauper, my primary deck is Kogate, with a secondary deck being Boggles. So at this point in time, as the year ends, I'm very confident in most formats, which was my goal for the year. Be able to go into the new year feeling like I can kick butt no matter the format that is handed to me, and feeling good about my decisions. Because I feel like one of my biggest issues previously playing Magic is I rarely felt good about my decisions. I most of the time just played the decided upon number one deck and just went into a tournament and just like wondered why things didn't go well. But maybe the biggest deal this year as far as playing Magic has gone is I started this YouTube channel. And I did it for a few reasons. One was I've been trying to be a content creator for going on like 10 years now in some capacity, between variety streaming, RuneScape streaming, I don't know, World of Warcraft, lore stuff. I've really tried really hard to be a content creator. And so now that so much of my time is being poured into Magic, it made sense to shift that over to a Magic the Gathering channel. But I've been playing Magic for the most part for 15 years now, 14 years now. and I want to share some of my knowledge. And it's also selfish in some capacity because, yes, I want to be a content creator. That would be an amazing, amazing thing. But having a Spikes-focused Magic the Gathering YouTube channel forces me to analyze the game in different ways than I would if I was just grinding, and forces me to actually think about stuff, and forces me to post my thoughts online so that people call me out when I'm wrong, which that part's really important. And that part like normally hurts as a content creator, but I want to be wrong, right? I want stuff to be pointed out to me that I wouldn't otherwise get, especially since I sort of live in the middle of nowhere, and the only time I really see other Magic players is when I travel to big events, and at big events, people are pretty reserved. And what's been exciting about it is I've always tried to give people in content creation like advice to, if you're going to try to do this thing, you need to fulfill like one of these requirements, which is already be really good at a thing, have previous clout, or have something already special about you. I don't necessarily have previous clout. I don't really have anything special about me. I'm aggressively average, but I am really good at Magic. And so maybe for the first time since I've started content creation, I've started following my own advice and focusing on the thing that I'm really good at. And so moving forward, my goals obviously are to grow the channel and provide Spikes content that I very much want, and I wish more other people created, especially free Spikes content, because most of it seems nowadays is behind paywalls. I love giving away information for free. I want people to be better at Magic. That's the goal on this YouTube channel. And now that I'm confident in every format, a secondary goal of mine is to be successful competitively and maybe make it back on the Pro Tour. I'd really love that. And I'm happy that you all are here on that journey. And we'll see what this next year can bring, both competitively and with this YouTube channel and stuff. In addition, I'm going to start streaming again, so we'll see how that goes. Links are in the description. If you like this video, my incoherent ramblings, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.